Scientists just found something 12 miles beneath the Bermuda Triangle, and it changes everything we thought we knew about it. For decades, the Bermuda Triangle has been the world's most famous mystery, a roughly 500,000 square mile stretch of the Atlantic Ocean between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, where ships vanish, where planes disappear, where compasses spin without explanation. The stories began in the 1960s and 1970s, when books and television specials linked the area to mysterious shipwrecks and vanished aircraft. Hollywood turned it into a legend. Conspiracy theorists called it a portal. Scientists called it a myth. But beneath all the speculation sat a very real mystery that even the world's best scientists struggled to explain. Why does Bermuda exist at all? It sits in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with no active volcanoes anywhere nearby. Islands like Hawaii exist because of volcanic hotspots pushing them above the ocean. Bermuda has no such explanation. It should not be there. It should have sunk millions of years ago. And for over a century, nobody could explain why it had not. Until 5 days ago, when researchers from Yale University and the Carnegie Institution for Science published a discovery that nobody saw coming. A new study published in late May 2026 found that Bermuda is sitting on top of a massive ancient rock structure formed by volcanic magma more than 30 million years ago. A previously unknown slab of volcanic rock lies beneath Bermuda's crust, stretching roughly 12 miles thick between the ocean floor and Earth's mantle. The hidden structure is approximately 1.5% less dense than the surrounding mantle rock, which allows it to float beneath the Atlantic like a giant buoyant raft. This raft of ancient volcanic rock has been holding Bermuda above the ocean for 30 million years, completely invisible, completely undetected, hiding 12 miles underground the entire time. Researchers called the formation unlike anything previously found on Earth. The discovery reshapes how scientists understand geological structures, particularly since most islands require active volcanoes to stay afloat. Bermuda has been defying the rules of geology for 30 million years. And now we know why. But here is what the headlines are not telling you. This discovery does not explain the disappearances. It explains why Bermuda exists. The mystery of what happens inside the triangle is a completely different story. The most famous disappearance in Bermuda Triangle history is Flight 19. On December 5, 1945, 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. All 5 planes vanished. A rescue aircraft sent to find them also disappeared. 14 men, 6 aircraft, gone without a trace. The official U.S. Navy report listed the cause of the disappearance as unknown. Then there is the USS Cyclops, a U.S. Navy cargo ship that disappeared in March 1918 with 309 crew members. No distress signal, no wreckage ever found, no explanation ever given. It remains the single largest loss of life in United States Navy history outside of combat. And in 1948, a Tudor Star Tiger aircraft carrying 31 passengers and crew vanished between the Azores and Bermuda. The official investigation concluded, what happened to the Star Tiger must remain an unsolved mystery. So what is actually happening in the Bermuda Triangle? Scientists have proposed 5 explanations, and one of them is more disturbing than any conspiracy theory. Explanation 1. Methane hydrates. Scientists discovered that the floor of the Bermuda Triangle contains massive deposits of methane hydrate. When these deposits destabilize, they release enormous bubbles of methane gas that rise to the surface. A large enough methane bubble can reduce water density so dramatically that a ship loses buoyancy and sinks in seconds. No distress signal, No time to react, just gone. Explanation 2. Rogue waves. University of Southampton oceanographer Simon Boxall has documented rogue waves in the Bermuda Triangle region. Walls of water over 30 meters high that appear without warning and disappear just as quickly. A rogue wave hitting a ship broadside can sink it in under 2 minutes. Explanation 3. Compass variation. The Bermuda Triangle is one of only 2 places on Earth where true north and magnetic north align perfectly. This creates navigational confusion that has been documented since Christopher Columbus first crossed the region in 1492 and noted strange compass behavior in his log. Explanation 4. The Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream, one of the most powerful ocean currents on Earth, runs directly through the Bermuda Triangle. It can move wreckage and bodies hundreds of miles from the crash site in a matter of hours, making searches almost impossible and evidence nearly impossible to find. Explanation 5, and the most disturbing. NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, conducted a comprehensive statistical analysis of disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle. Their conclusion? The number of ships and planes lost in the Bermuda Triangle is not statistically different from any other heavily trafficked area of ocean in the world. The mystery may not be what is in the triangle. The mystery may be what is in our minds, our desperate human need to find patterns in randomness and meaning in tragedy. But then explain this. Because the NOAA conclusion does not account for the one disappearance that has never been explained by any scientific theory. Ever. In October 1991, a Grumman Cougar jet was flying over the Bermuda Triangle. Air traffic controllers watched it on radar the entire time. They were in communication with the pilot. The plane began a routine climb, and then, on the radar screen, it simply stopped existing. Not a crash, not a descent, not a technical failure. It vanished from radar mid-flight while controllers were watching. No wreckage was ever found. No explanation was ever given. The case remains officially open. The new Yale and Carnegie discovery tells us why Bermuda exists. The methane and rogue wave theories explain some of the ship disappearances. The Gulf Stream explains why wreckage is rarely found. But nothing, not one single scientific theory, explains a plane vanishing from radar while being watched in real time. The Bermuda Triangle is not a myth. It is not a portal. It is not an alien base. But it is not fully explained either. And the ocean is under no obligation to give us answers. Scientists just found a 12-mile thick ancient volcanic raft holding Bermuda above the ocean. They still cannot explain what happened to that jet in 1991. Some mysteries get solved. Some get deeper. If this changed how you think about the world beneath your feet, subscribe to this channel, because we are just getting started. Share this with someone who thinks the Bermuda Triangle is just a story. It is not just a story.